Thank you so much for joining me today for a short heart-opening practice to help move, release, and relieve grief that you're holding on to in your heart center, energetically, emotionally. Sometimes we feel it in the areas around our throat, our chest, our shoulders, our collarbone. So today we're going to just try and relieve and release some of that grief we're holding on to in our hearts. We're going to work on our wrists, our shoulders, our collarbones, our chests. And the poses are going to be really minor, small movements today. But I want you to work on really breathing deep into your heart, into the collarbones, the shoulders, the wrists, the chest, so that as we do these small movements, you're still able to really move some energy, move some emotional blockage. So at a certain point in practice today, you're going to need a blanket rolled up into a little tube. So you can take a blanket if you have one and just roll it up and place it somewhere close by you. If you don't have a yoga blanket, you can also use a bath towel or a blanket from somewhere around your house. Also, it might be helpful to have a yoga strap today. And again, if you don't have a yoga strap, a small hand towel can usually work for what we'll need it for today. So have your props just set over to the side. Let's just close our eyes for a moment. Let's put both hands palm over palm right over your heart center. Close your eyes. Feel the sit bones pressing into the earth. Feel the navel pulling back towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Just open up the mouth. Just let it out. And as you let it out, let the shoulders just release down and away from the neck and ears. And just take a few deep breaths here. On your inhale, feel the palms rise up, and on your exhale, feel the palms drop. Just breathing in to the heart center and the back of your heart, that space right between your shoulder blades. Beautiful. Just blinking your eyes open. We're going to come to hands and knees. Just to a regular cat-cow position. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists, your hips are right over your knees. And then take a moment and you're going to spin your hands so that your wrists get a little bit more opening and so that your shoulders and chest get a little more opening. So you're going to spin your wrists so the fingertips face the outside edge of the mat, and then spin them all the way around so the fingertips face the back of your mat. For some of you, this might be enough. You might feel a lot of opening across the forearms, the shoulders, the wrists. That's okay. Maybe you just stay here and breathe. Otherwise, we're going to start to move through cat-cow here. We're going to do it about 9 times. So you're going to inhale, exhale, and as you exhale, tailbone lifts, heart lifts, chest lifts, head lifts. Inhale, round the back, pull the navel to the spine. Exhale it out, heart opens, tailbone lifts. Inhale, rounding the back. Exhale, arching the spine. Round as you exhale. Arch as you inhale. Exhale, round, navel pulls to the spine, head and tailbone melt towards the mat. And inhale, arch, tailbone reaches, head reaches, shoulder blades spread, chest opens up. Let's do 3 more with your own breath, just listening to the sound of your breath to help the body move. Beautiful. Inhale, come to neutral spine. And slowly spin your hands to face the outside edge of your mat. And then back to the front of your mat. And then sitting down on your heels. We're going to start to move into opening up the shoulders a little bit more. And the chest. So you're going to sweep your right arm up alongside your ear on an inhale. Look up. Exhale, you're going to bend the elbow, and like you were patting yourself on the back. Pat your back with your right hand. Just take a breath here, and then inhale, sweep that left arm up, and exhale, grab the right elbow with the left hand. And just maybe use that left hand to inch those fingertips down the back a little bit more. Breathing here for 3 breaths, maybe pulling the belly to the spine, and then pressing your head into your upper arm to keep the ribs collapsed, but the chest opening. Inhale. Exhale it out. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. You're going to inhale, take that arm up and reach around. And you can either turn around for a moment so you can see. You can either clasp the fingertips if that's available to you. If it's not, you can press the hands into the upper back. Or if you have a strap or a towel, you can use the strap or the towel to catch here. So whatever's working for you today. So once you've found your clasp, whether it's hand to hand, just to the upper back, or using your strap, close your eyes, pull the navel to the spine, draw the front ribs down, and then press the head into the upper arm to help open up the chest. And let's take 5 full deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. 1. Inhale. And exhale. 2. Inhale. And exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. One more breath. Exhaling it out. Releasing your left hand and bringing your left hand palm faces up to your right knee. Inhale, sweeping that right arm up. Look at it, see it with your eyes. And then sweep it palm facing up to your left thigh. And just close your eyes here. Just taking a moment just to be aware of what sensations you're feeling in the body. Maybe some tingling in the right hand and forearm. Checking that you're still breathing into your chest and your upper back. Filling that heart center with prana, energy, life force. Take one last deep breath in. And exhale it out. Blink open the eyes. And let's do the other side. So inhale, floating that left arm up, following it with your eyes. Exhale, bending it back. Taking that right arm, inhaling it up. And taking it to that left elbow, scooching it down the back. And then checking into your ribs and your belly, navel pulls in, letting those ribs drop down so they're not opening up but collapsing a little bit in towards the body. And then pressing your head into your forearm to help open up the collarbones in the chest. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. And exhale. 3. Inhale, float that right arm up. Exhale, reach it around, grabbing your strap if you need it, or pressing the hands into the upper back if that's what's available to you today, or catching the fingertips if that's available. And then closing the eyes. Again, belly pulls in, ribs drop down, head presses into that upper arm, and breathe. Take one last deep breath in, releasing it out your nose. And inhale, floating that right arm up, and then taking the right hand to the left leg, palm faces up. Inhale, left arm up. Back of the hand to the right leg, palm faces up. Close the eyes and just taking some breaths here. Just noticing the physical sensations in the body. Just breathing into anything that's coming up. Any thoughts. Just welcoming any thoughts, emotions. When we've gone through the loss of a pregnancy or a child, a baby, we're really conditioned just not to talk about it, not to think about it, not to let it overwhelm us on a daily basis. But seeing those emotions come up as they come up, and they will come up during a yoga practice, and acknowledging them. Just that acknowledgement can be so healing. I see this in myself. I recognize it. It's there and it's okay. And we're all doing this practice together because we are all sharing in these experiences, and you are not alone. One more deep breath in. Let's let this one out the mouth. Beautiful. So sit to one side. Release your legs out. Maybe give them a shake. You've been sitting on your knees for a while. Release the toes. We're going to come to a comfortable cross-legged position. I'm going to spin around to demonstrate this one, and then I'll walk you through it. So we're going to do a reverse prayer practice. So the full pose is taking palm to palm behind the shoulder blades. Your other options are palm to palm at the sacrum with the fingers pointing down, opposite elbows, or you can make 2 fists and just get them as high up your upper back as you can also. So experiment with those 3 options, those different variations, I guess 4 I just gave you, and see which one works best for you. So come to a comfortable cross-legged position, whatever that means for you. Shin in front of shin, ankles crossed. And on your inhale, sweep those arms out. Inhale and exhale, reach around. Taking your version of reverse prayer, reverse namaste here. And then once you've found your version, let's just think about pressing the sitting bones into the earth. Holding the navel in, dropping the shoulders, making space between your ears and the tops of your shoulders. And maybe closing the eyes and breathe in. This one is going to open up your chest so much. Just breathing into that heart opening. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhale and exhale 3. Inhale and exhale 4. One more big breath in. And exhale it out. Release. Give those wrists a little shake. We're going to do one last pose before we finish up in our little final relaxation variation. So you're going to lay down on your mat. You're going to press your hands into the floor alongside of your hips. You're going to press your feet into the floor, making sure that the knees are right over the ankles and that the heels are as close to the pelvis and the hips as possible. You're going to press your hands down. You're going to inhale, raise the hips up, float the arms up, and exhale the arms all the way up overhead. Inhale here, and exhale, float everything down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, hands back. Take a breath here, and exhale everything down. Inhale, reach up, hips lift, arms lift. Exhale, back so the hands come to the floor. Big breath in at the top, and exhale everything down. Let's do a few more. Inhale, and exhale, break breath in, and exhale, floating all the way back to the starting point. Just finding your rhythm. Maybe you can do it all in one inhale and exhale. Just finding your place, your rhythm, and doing 3 more. One more. Beautiful. Just roll to one side. Come on up to set. You're going to take your roll. You're going to put it on your mat. I like to actually spin it around and have the fringe facing me so it's not under my neck. Scooch back all the way so that the shoulder blades are on the roll. The arms are alongside the body. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Maybe separating the feet about mat's distance and just completely and entirely letting go here while this roll helps the chest to open up. I'm going to talk a little bit. But you can close your eyes, and if I stop talking, don't worry, I didn't leave you. Just breathing here. And just with each exhale, even if it's just for these few moments that we're together for the rest of this practice, just seeing if with each exhale you can let go of some grief, perhaps of some anger, of shame, of blame. This July was 3 years since we lost our son during labor and delivery. I find some days I still have so much blame. So much blame. Myself, people that were involved, the doctors, the nurses, but mostly myself. It's so hard to let go of thinking, what could I have done differently? The answer is, you did absolutely everything you were supposed to. So let go of the blame, of the anger, of the shame. How could this happen to me? Just breathe. Breathe into your heart. Breathe into your hurt, into your grief. Make space. Make space for joy, for forgiveness. Stay here for as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, you can wiggle your feet, bend your knees, roll carefully off to one side, just pausing here, and then using your hands to help you come up into a comfortable cross-legged position. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for this short heart-opening practice to let go of grief, of anger. It's so hard. We carry so much around. And whatever stage you are in this process, and this new life that we all live, know that we're here for you. I'm here for you. One of the most healing parts of this for me, as I've gotten a few years distance for it, has been sharing my story and having others share theirs with me, and knowing that none of us are alone. And we are all managing these same broken hearts. But hearts get broken, and we experience things that are so unbearable. And yet we put one foot forward in front of the next. And we hold together as a community, as partners, as families, perhaps as parents to the children you already have. Please come to these practices, these meditations, and know that I'm praying for your heart when I pray for my own heart. Let's just take a moment closing our practice just by sitting up nice and tall, breathing into our heart space. Drawing our palms together, bowing our hand to our heart, our brain to our heart. Namaste. May the love, the forgiveness in my own heart and soul find your heart and soul. Share that forgiveness and that love with. Thank you.